Hi everyone, we have prepared latest market updates for January 25th, 2023. Microsoft's cloud business is still profitable. Microsoft Corp released results on Tuesday that showed some strength in a weak economy bolstered by a cloud business that hit Wall Street targets by the end of 2022 but may fall short of expectations in the current quarter. The relatively stable outlook helped allay fears that the lucrative cloud computing segment of big tech companies could be hit hard as customers look to cut costs. Earnings in the fiscal second quarter reported on Tuesday offset some weakness in the PC division. The company's adjusted income of $2.32 per share topped Wall Street's consensus estimate of $2.29. After the results were released, Microsoft shares initially rose 4% before reversing course and falling 1% to $239.58 in over-the-counter trading. The stock has fallen 18% in the past 12 months. Microsoft joined other major technology companies that are resorting to layoffs to get through tough times, announcing last week it was cutting more than 10,000 jobs. The company forecasts third-quarter revenue from its so-called intelligent cloud business to be around $22 billion, just below analysts' average forecast of $22.14 billion. Digital search closely survives the fall of FTX. At the time FTX collapsed and its Australian subsidiary went into administration, cryptocurrency exchange Digital Search had $23.4 million of digital assets locked up. The Australian company appears to have narrowly avoided collapse despite millions of dollars of digital assets being held on the bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX. On 24th of January local time, Digital Search's creditors approved a 5-year rescue plan that will return funds to 24,545 customers whose digital assets have been frozen on the platform since 16 of November and allow the exchange to continue operating. The rescue plan was first proposed to customers by exchange directors in an email on 8th of December, the same day the company went into administration. Under the company arrangement agreement, the Australian cryptocurrency exchange will receive a loan of $884,543 from related company DigiCo, allowing the exchange to continue trading and operations. Digital Search has become one of the few cryptocurrency firms to have formed a robust plan to resume operations and avoid liquidation, despite significant exposure of FTX. Gold retreats on profit taken ahead of U.S. data. Gold prices fell on Wednesday, retreating from a nearly 9-month peak in the previous session as some investors locked in profits ahead of U.S. economic data that could put the Federal Reserve on a path of policy tightening. Spot gold fell 0.3% to $1,931.04 an ounce after hitting its highest since late April on Tuesday. U.S. gold futures were down 0.1% to $1,933.50. The market is now focused on fourth-quarter U.S. GDP data due out on Thursday, which could set the tone for the January 31st through February 1st Fed meeting. Gold could rise in price if there are signs that the U.S. economy is slowing and the Fed will soon slow the pace of tightening and cut interest rates, said Ilya Spivak, head of global macroeconomic analysis at Tasty Live. Most investors expect the Fed to raise rates by 25 basis points next week. Last month, the U.S. Central Bank slowed the pace of tightening to 50 basis points after 4 successive 75 basis points rate hikes. Lower rates lead to lower yields on interest-bearing assets such as government bonds. Investors may prefer zero-yield gold.